nobody. I go kamikaze, smoking on that broccoli. I go kamikaze, I don't need nobody. I go kamikaze, smoking on that broccoli. She ride me Kawasaki.
Okay, so future Rami talking right now, and just wanted to let all of you know that I have gone back to my old upload schedule, which is every other day. Though I may still upload daily if I want to. It just depends how I feel. Anyways, I guess you could say past or present for you guys. Rami can now speak. Hello, Rami X, back for another video. In today's video, to suggest is what if Reen never dies? There's no specific like goal in this video, as there will not be another part, because this is a one-shot, and take that into consideration. So please like, share the video to someone who likes what if, comment, check out my Discord server down below, and subscribe. Okay, so backstory-wise, Obito arrives at the same time as the Mist Anbu and fights alongside Kakashi to beat them. These are the Mist Anbu who surrounded Kakashi and Reen in the original, prompting Reen to step in the way of Kakashi's lightning blade. As Obito would then beat the Anbu with Kakashi, saving Reen. As Obito would then return to the leaf, shocking Minato, who had thought that he had perished years ago, as they would then have a brief dialogue. Minato-sensei. As Minato would then turn around, seeing Obito, almost not recognizing him due to his hair growing out and his features being very different, as well as his pale skin from the Senju genetics. Is this a dream? Or Genjutsu clapping his hands together to try and release whatever he was under. But nothing happened. It wasn't a Genjutsu, as Minato would then hug Obito, apologizing for being late to save him on Tuchi Bridge, as Obito would then forgive him. Minato, it's not your fault. If it weren't for you, the Leaf would still be at war, let alone recovering from it. And due to the fact that Reen never died, Kakashi wouldn't be as lonely, having both of his comrades alive, and Kakashi wouldn't join the Anbu, as he, as well as Obito and Reen, would take on Genin teams of their own, obtaining the rank of Jonin, and strengthening the Leaf's military power overall. As Obito would then basically be given the role of Hokage by Minato. But before this had happened, he, as well as Kakashi and Reen, would watch their Genin teams thrive and grow up into Chunin, and then later on Jonin. And we now skip to Naruto's birth. So Minato would still be alive, as Naruto would be born without the Nine Tails, as Kushina specifically stated that she would drag the Nine Tails with her to death. As she would then do this, saying goodbye to Minato and a baby Naruto being held in Minato's arms, as Naruto would then be groomed to be a powerful ninja and a possible next Hokage candidate, or future Hokage candidate. As within this time period, Minato would briefly step down as Hokage, handing the Hokage role to Obito Uchiha, also strengthening the relationship with the Leaf and the Uchiha clan, or more specifically, the Minato's family and the Uchiha clan, making them trust Minato, specifically within the Leaf. As here, I think the story takes a turn. At this point, Naruto would have been 8 years old and enrolled in the academy, if it hadn't already happened, and Minato would go out with Hiruzen to find the Nine Tails, sealing it within Naruto before any other village could find it and seal it within a Jinchuriki, with a Reaper Dev seal done by Hiruzen in this timeline and not Minato, as Madara would then seek out to find a new Uchiha to carry out his plan, the Infinite Tsukiyomi, as Naruto at this point would be well acquainted with Sasuke Uchiha, being somewhat friends with him, and they would both be about Chunin level at this point, as Shisui wouldn't kill himself, as we would have had the assistance of Minato, the 4th Hokage, while the 5th Hokage, Obito Uchiha, would assist them as well, as his Hokage guards Itachi and Fugaku. And with the combined forces of Minato, Fugaku, Obito, as well as Itachi, Danzo would be taken out, even with the use of Izanagi, disgusting the Uchiha. If you argue with this, basically all you have to know is 3 Mangekyo and Susanoo users by extension, and somebody who can use Flying Raijin versus Danzo. Just think about that. as Naruto and Sasuke would then be trained by Shisui, Itachi, Minato, Rin, and Kakashi in the hopes of becoming the front line of the next generation and basically successors. At this point, Naruto would have been taught the Rasengan and Sasuke, likewise, the Chidori. As Sasuke and Naruto would participate in many spars with each other, as well as Shisui, Uchiha, Rin, Kakashi, Obito, Minato, Fugaku, etc., etc. And once they turned the age of 12, they would go on to graduating the academy with their squad leader being Itachi Uchiha, who had awakened his MS from the death of a fellow comrade on the battlefield, as they would then have their graduation exam. But instead of the bell test, Itachi did something more similar to guys, having his students Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura basically train as hard as they could, or technically fight him, as Naruto would immediately run at Itachi with Sasuke at his side. Throwing a punch as Itachi would sidestep this attack, unsheathing his sword and slashing at both of them, as Naruto as well as Sasuke would then unsheath their swords, blocking each blow from Itachi and countering with their own, clashing with each other's swords, as Naruto then ran around Itachi, throwing 3 kunai in a linear fashion, directly face front at Itachi, as Itachi would then activate his 3 Tomoe Sharingan, seeing right through this attack, and using a water-style water wall jutsu, creating a shadow clone to fight Sasuke as he continued his onslaught and combo on Naruto, who caught, weaved around, and blocked each blow and attack just barely. As he was used to this type of fighting, training with Itachi for years, as Naruto would then backflip, launching a wind bullet and calling Sasuke over to help him, as Sasuke was in the middle of fighting Itachi's clone, as he then created a shadow clone of his own, running to aid Naruto, using a fireball jutsu, as Naruto created 3 more shadow clones, using 3 more shadow clones to overwhelm Itachi, who launched an Uchiha-style great fireball jutsu. As they won the beam struggle, somewhat drained, as Sasuke then did 3 black flips, getting back to where he was fighting Itachi's clone with his own clone at his side, as Naruto would then have his 3 shadow clones hold off Itachi while he gathered chakra, clapping his hands together and putting his fingers in a familiar cross shape. Multi-shadow clone jutsu, creating 1,000 shadow clones to gang up on Itachi, as Naruto would then create 1,000 more, falling on his knees, as one of his clones carried him and the rest of his clones dished out a heavy combo on Itachi with thousands of kicks and punches, as all of Naruto's clones then launched a water-style water raging waves jutsu on Itachi, as the attack connected, as the dust then cleared, revealing the Susanoo and an orange Susanoo. Sighing, creating 10 more shadow clones to fight Itachi, all being slashed away, as Naruto then aided Sasuke, taking out Itachi's clone with Sasuke unsheathing his sword and slashing away at Itachi's Susanoo with Uchiha-style Halo Dance, as Naruto then funneled wind chakra through his sword, doing the same thing but with wind in tandem with Sasuke, as Sakura then threw a single kunai at Itachi, who dodged, blitzing her and knocking her out, and saying that they all passed, as Naruto and Sasuke would then go home being exhausted as hell, as they would then go to the Land of Waves and with Itachi as their squad leader, meaning that Zabuza would be no match and Naruto and Sasuke can take out Haku even without the Kyuubi's chakra in this timeline, as they would eventually be promoted to the rank of Chunin, and Sasuke, in an effort to advance farther and get the praise of his father, would find a way to gain immense power, and inevitably Naruto and Sasuke would have a battle, a duel of sorts, and this time Naruto wins, taking Sasuke back to the Leaf and going on with life, eventually obtaining the rank of Jonin with Sasuke and even Sakura, who had still been trained by Tsunade, as during one of Sasuke's missions as a Jonin, one of his teammates who he had grown to care for had been killed by Tsunagakure Anbu, who disobeyed their tree, causing him to awaken his MS in pure rage, as we will now skip to the war arc, as this is a one-shot, so I am going decently fast. As the war arc is much different, and here we would see many people make their names known throughout the Great Ninja world, killing many white Zetsu, as this war would be for 3-tailed beast instead of 2. The 3 tails, the 8 tails, and the 9 tails, 2 of which had been secured by the Leaf, and 1 of which had been secured by the Cloud. As in this timeline, they don't have in Eight Tails tentacle because Sasuke never joined the Akatsuki, as Madara would then be revived and attack the 4th division, being stopped by KCM Naruto. You could make an argument for Kisame going with another, Akatsuki member to track down Killer Bee and kill him or take him back to the Akatsuki to get his Jinchuriki extracted or his tailed beast. But I would make an argument for this not happening as they want to conserve as much forces as they can for this war. As Naruto, Bee, as well as Rin would master their tailed beast, as I think in this dire situation of war, the 3 tails would allow itself to be tamed and mastered, if you will, creating a somewhat bond with Rin. Also seeing Rin, Nohara, and Killer Bee, as well as Naruto, as pretty good people, and trusting Rin, somewhat at least, as they've been together for a good, hot minute at this point. And in this timeline, Obito, not on Madara's side, means that they have an easier time, as I see 2 possible options. Event A, which is that eventually the combined efforts of Rin, Naruto, Bee, Minato, Hiruzen, Tobirama, Hashirama, etc., would overwhelm Madara, as well as the fact that there is 3 Susanoo wielders, and 2 other MS wielders, those being Kakashi and Obito, who both possess Kamui, and Sasuke, Shisui, and Itachi, who possess the Susanoo. As well as Fugaku, which means that there's 4, which would just overwhelm Madara overall, sealing Madara away in the end, with all of them being beaten and exhausted, sustaining heavy injuries from Madara. And B, Shisui uses Koto Nasakami on Madara, forcing him to end the war. So we'll go with Event A as it's a bit more eventful, as they would then return to their villages, and Naruto would be groomed by Obito and Minato to become the next Hokage, as Shisui Uchiha would then take on the role of Uchiha, giving it, the role of Hokage, if you will, Uchiha Hokage, giving it to Itachi 5 years in, realizing that the immense stress that came with the job was too much for him. Helping groom Naruto with Minato and Obito, as Obito, Minato, Shisui, and Itachi would then settle down, having children of their own besides Minato, and handing the role of Hokage to Naruto Uzumaki, who would then have his own children with Hinata Hyuga, Boruto, and Himawari. As this is where I see this timeline ending. Anyways, tell me how you like this one shot with it down below, and make sure to like, share, comment, check my Discord server down below, subscribe, and as always, Rami X.